What's up, guys? Chasing Lamely here with episode 161 of Welcome to Wroxham. It's another transfer special at the end of a week, and good times are about to unfold. Players have gone, big names have gone, quality players have come in. Hopefully, we can finally put together a really good season and get over that last hurdle of actually being able to, win something. That'd be nice. Anyway, like, subscribe, ring the bell. I'll see you on the other side. So here we are then with another new season, another new transfer special. Let's get into it and start off really quickly with the big news for the new season. We're going to be playing in Hull this year at what I guess was the KC Stadium at one stage. It's now a 25,000 seater stadium. We're playing there because our stadium is being developed to become a 22,000 seater. Essentially, they're finally giving us enough seats to almost make money. It's nice, crazy. Who knows how that'll go. Anyway, let's go see who's left, shall we? And when I say see who's left, I mean lordy have players left. So, Sergio Vieira has joined Everton. He has gone for 48 million. I took a slight £2 million loss on him, but honestly, he played 32 games for us. That's probably worth a couple of £1 million, and he wasn't even really starting games, so I don't feel like I've lost anything by letting him go. I think we're going to be stronger because of it. So that's the first big out. The next big out is Moises Caicedo has gone to join Wolves. This was just he's getting older. I've got better younger players. I've got younger players who are as good that I should be using. We paid nothing for him. He was good for us last year, and they've paid us $9 million for him. He's only a championship quality player. This is a very good decision. I stand by it. And, he'll do well for Wolves, but, doesn't help me. Another big out that will surprise some people, Raul Gonzalez has been sold to Liverpool. I've sold him to Liverpool for £58 million. He cost me nothing from Manchester City 4 years ago. He's been fantastic. Don't get me wrong, he's been fantastic. He's an excellent player for this level. He will forever go down as one of the best players this club has ever had. But he started crying because we weren't in the Champions League. And then other players started crying because he was crying we weren't in the Champions League. Bearing in mind, of course, we weren't in the Champions League because they didn't put in the effort to get in. This team's more than good enough to be in the Champions League year after year, but the effort at times has been really poor. And he was one of the leaders of the team. So, frankly, it's his fault we weren't in the Champions League. And, or partly his fault we weren't in the Champions League. So for him to cry about not having Champions League football when he could have made that happen for himself last season, I'm not taking it. So I let him go, and I took the money, and I've reinvested it. And he's 28, so realistically he's going to have, 2 good seasons at Liverpool. And honestly, I've got at least 2, maybe 3 players in my squad that I think are actually as good as him, if not nearly as good as him. In terms of having Stian Christensen in the team, for example, I don't think I'm actually that worried by him going. So, goodbye, good luck. Hope your Champions League dream works out for you, bud, but we're coming. I also sold Catalan Rotario for just £500 million, essentially. He came through our kind of youth scouting / essentially I signed him as a 16-year-old. He officially started playing for us there. And he's been with us ever since. He's barely. He has played. Don't worry, he's played games for us, but they've all been in cups and European competitions. I don't think there's been many seasons where he's actually been here rather than on loan, where he's not had a cup appearance of some kind. But it wasn't working out, so I took the money for him. He was a fringe player at best, and it was time to let him play some football. Forest seems like a good place to start. They're in the Championship now, so I guess we'll see how that works out. Raul Diaz has joined Real Sociedad. I want to use the Real San Sebastian there. It's Real Sociedad. They've paid me £5 million for him. He cost me 210,000 from Real Madrid. I signed him as a backup goalkeeper anyway. Had a couple of seasons on loan. Already made a profit on him from those regardless, and then I've got 5 million. them to sign him permanently. I'm not unhappy. He was not going to be a first choice goalkeeper here. So yeah, it's a great move for him. It's a good move for me. Pretty happy. Also on the big timeouts, Clint Youssef has joined Villarreal. I mean, honestly, with this one, he went on loan last season, had a good year, and then I sold him for $16.5 million. And so I played 13 games already. I feel like that's because it's made his loan permanent. That's what's happened. That was all one season. Anyway, $16.5 million to sign him from us, and we've made a profit. He was second, maybe third choice right back. So again, let him go. If he gets better, we'll bring him back, but I don't think he will. Remember Charlie Setford that we signed for free, became our backup goalkeeper last season? Well, he's now gone to join West Ham, and bear in mind, signed for free. They've paid us 25 million quid for him after he played 2 games for us in the league last season. 31 years old. He's a second choice goalkeeper that wasn't getting any better, and I've got Gregor Ankovic, who spent last year playing for Manchester United. I think we're going to be okay in the league this season. Just a theory. Goalkeeper is not a position I am at all concerned about. So I took that easy money, and again, it's reinvested. And the final money sale is a bit of an interesting one. I didn't actually want to let Michael Bridges go because I think Michael, despite the fact he's now 26, I think Michael Bridges still could have made it as a Premier League player. But he's had a lot of loans and done nothing with them. When you look at how long he's been here, he came to us in 27-28 for 21k from Lincoln Gibraltar, went back on loan to them and did okay for a couple of seasons, came back to us, went and played for Oxford City for a couple of years and did okay, and then League 2, a lot of seasons in League 2, went back down to the National League, came back up to League 1. He's had so much football and just not really developed that, frankly, when I got offered 5.75 million for it, it is one with add-ons, it's got a buyback clause in there as well. I just thought developing him can be someone else's problem, and if he scores 50 goals in the Championship this season, I'll bring him back. But yeah, I didn't see it happening. Anyway, that's the major outs, the important outs. A lot of players went on loan, a couple of youth players got sold for nothing. But let's go into the players who come in, because there's some very exciting recruitment happened. So I start out with a few very simple buy-to-loans, actually. Stefano Alanu is an Italian former under-21 international right-back/defensive midfielder. I've signed him from Atalanta. I've let him stay there on loan this season because he would have been 4th or 5th choice right-back for us this season. It just felt like let him go and be on loan and develop, get another season in Serie A under his belt. I paid 14 million for him. It does sound like a lot of money, but the potential is there. I think one more season in Italy, maybe he will be doing just fine. So he was the first one on the bus for this season. Another player I've had lined up for a while, I actually signed him on a pre-contract in January, and then did I sign him pre-contract or did I just sign him? I signed him just after the window. I had to pay a fee for him. Noah Etcher has joined us from Paris Saint-Germain. He is a very, very good backup to Warren Zaïre-Emery with a lot of potential, I think. And he's 24, 2 caps for France already. He did cost me 40 million. As I said, I arranged this deal in February because his contract was running out. But there were a lot of very big clubs circling for him, and I thought I'd rather pay the money and pre-sign him than take any risks. And was it even January? No, it wasn't. What happened with this guy? I know what happened. I tried to sign him on a pre-contract in January and he didn't accept it in time for the window to shut. So I had to pay for him after they made an extension to his deal. That's what happened. I don't know how it's because it's been 2 weeks since I recorded. That's why I forgot that. Anyway, Noah Etcher, really good looking player. 40.5 million. I can edit all that out and I won't. £40.5 million. So, yeah, we'll see what he becomes for us. Now, this might be the signing I'm somehow most excited for. Was Regan Ellender. He's a striker and a winger and an attacking midfielder signed from Bradford for £500,000. He is 16 years old. That potential is disgusting. I think, ignore this graph, I think that's going to go skyrocketing. I think he'll do really well in our youth. I spent the summer, by the way, completely overhauling our youth coaching. I've got so much better coaching in the youth team than I've ever had. The developing players shouldn't be a problem now. And I think this kid, bit of a star for the future, could be the next Sam Coombs. Next to come on board was 33-year-old Kenneth Taylor, Dutch international, of course, 62 years old, joins us from Juventus, plays for Ajax in real life, and has played for Newcastle in game. He is declining. He was very much, this guy was very much brought in as a spare option to have to replace Raul Gonzalez, but he's cost me 33 million. I know it's a lot of money for a 33-year-old, but I had to do something. He felt like a good option. If he plays regularly, he'll be just fine filling in there, and he's definitely good enough to be a backup player in that position. We've had an old man in the midfield before, and it's worked out pretty well for us, so hopefully Kenneth Taylor will have much the same effect for us. I also decided to shore things up at left back. Lucien Andre is a French 5-cap French international, 22 years old, signed from Montpellier. He does have Romanian second nationality, I believe, as well. So, in fact, he has played for Romania as well. Fun. But very much a French international. £85 million I paid for this 22-year-old French left-back. So he better turn out to be a really, really good player. I'll be quite honest. There is some clauses in there as well, but nothing dramatic. But he better turn out to be a really good player. I like the look of the kid already. I think him as the backup to Jorge Moraes, or as the guy that plays left back when Jorge Moraes plays on the left wing, not a problem. I think he'll be really good, and hopefully we'll get a lot of assists out of him because he's quite good at the dribble, at the crossing, and the vision. So who knows? Maybe we'll see something special come from him. I also signed Gauthier Cullen. He's a Belgian international right back / centre half. I mean, he's been brought in, if I'm honest, to make up numbers. He's squad depth at best. He cost me nothing from PSV. If I get money for selling him at the end of the season, that's fine. But I mean, realistically speaking, he's a good centre half, decent pace, pretty strong. He's okay in the air. He's not special, but he's not embarrassing. And as like a 5th choice centre half, I think he'll be okay. In a rare case of a player actually coming back from Saudi Arabia on the game, I signed John Gray from Al Ittihad. I am having to pay him £8 million a year, so could be a shortstop, and he has just been brought in as backup. So it was a case of I needed someone in there to be backup, and he was the best I could do. Previously, has played for Leeds, for West Ham, for Brighton, for Birmingham. West Ham youth product, has a lot of games under his belt in the Premier League, and probably isn't really a Premier League quality player, despite that saying he is. But 28 years old, as I said, cost me nothing, can play on both sides, fills a good backup role. That was pretty much what I was looking for, and that's what I've got. Also seeking to add to my midfield, and indeed defence if I need to, Quinten Timber, the Dutch international, 34 years old, 54 caps for the Netherlands at this point. He's joined us from Manchester United after playing for PSG and Feyenoord in this save so far. He's had a career playing for Ajax and Utrecht as well, so decent all-around player. A lot of seasons at Man United, he got released and filled that gap in central midfield that I was looking to fill quite nicely. Again, provides a little bit of depth. So hopefully a good player, when the mentals are solid, a good player to learn from as well. But he should be able to provide enough on the pitch to be very, very useful for us. Keeping our free signings going, Javi Alacia has joined us on a free from Villarreal as well. I think it's a pretty strong signing. He's a deep line playmaker, Masala, or advanced playmaker. He's 24, so he's going to get better. He will develop. Again, as I said, cost us nothing, and played in La Liga, played well last season. I don't see any losing with this. If he doesn't turn out to be great, we'll sell him and we'll make money. So that's going to work out nicely. Matan El Mala, an Israeli international with 38 caps, another central midfielder, has joined us on loan from Barcelona. I think this kid will be really, really good. He's got 19 for passing and 18 for vision, and somehow his best position isn't playmaker. It's absolutely. I don't understand what the game thinks he would need to have to be a great playmaker. Positioning, maybe? I don't understand it. I think he's going to be a great player for us. I am looking forward to using him, and I think our midfield now is a little bit overloaded, but I think the options we've got there, we should have no trouble creating opportunities for people to score, and strikers will have no excuses this season. If they don't get double-figure goals, I'm probably not going to keep them, because with a guy like this, with these stats or these attributes, providing the opportunities for them to get into goal-scoring positions, there are no excuses left anymore. There are no excuses for not scoring goals. And finally, at centre half, we've signed Trevor Roberts, who is a Trinbagonian centre half at 52 caps already at the age of 21. Again, he's kind of there for depth and backup and could become a Premier League player. Could sell him on for a good profit. I've paid 20 million for him. He had a great season with Zurich last season. I just have a feeling. He's going to be something important. I don't know why. But the Spidey senses tingle, so that's what we've gone with. That's the ins and outs for the season. In terms of how things are looking schedule-wise, we're going to come back on Monday for this game against Fulham, the opening game of the season. We're trying to blast through the season a bit faster than we have been because we've played in all the European competitions now. We're going to play Fulham on the opening day of the season. I think we should be able to have a good game. A few players are missing, so we've got Garda, Alberto, Strecker and Carlotto missing, but we should still be able to get a win over over Fulham. In terms of the preview for the season, the media are very much saying we're going to finish 8th. I would like to think we could do slightly better than that, but we'll find out when the time comes. For now, though, that's a great time to wrap up the episode, so thank you for watching, guys. I have, as always, been chasing lamely. Do let me know if there's anyone you saw that you think looks really special. Shout some people out. What do you think about the selling of Raul Gonzalez? Have I made a mistake? Let me know. But yeah, till next time, I've been chasing lamely. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and have a good one.